another video with Nitro Airers RC. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Glad it's all kind of over and done with and out way, and all the madness has finished for another year. Decided this year I was going to get back into the cars a lot more. I know last year I did quite a few videos on obviously the planes and bits and pieces that I had. Kind of decided I wanted to get back into the cars for the pure reason of that if I can't get out with the planes because it's too windy, I can take the truck up the woods and have a good bash around with it. Bought this second hand. I didn't want to go out and spend £1 million on something that I was going to run around and potentially put back in the cupboard and not use anymore. I bought this is a HBI blitz. It's originally was the brushed version. They made two versions, which was the blitz and the blitz flux. The flux was HBI's brushless version. That had like a black body. The brushless one had the black body, and this one, the brushed one, had the this designer body. This is brushless. It's had a new ESC, new motor in there. And it's absolutely pucker. Run it on a 3S. It's fast enough for what you want. It's 2-wheel drive, so you don't want to go too mad with the power, or it just becomes uncontrollable. I've put some aftermarket wheels on there from Fast Tracks, different tread pattern at the front to obviously on the back. At the back I've got quite an aggressive tread pattern just so that you can get a decent bite in obviously the ground, and again on the front a nice aggressive tread pattern to obviously give that traction when you're steering. This truck, I mean, to be honest, I didn't pay a lot for it, and it is absolutely pucker. It's super lightweight, it's really fast, and for being 2-wheel drive, I think it's really capable. It flies around and jumps, and it's incredibly strong. I'm going to obviously upgrade it and stuff and do a few bits to it here and there, upgrade the arms and bits and pieces. It's meant to be, waterproof and stuff, but again, electric cars and water, you tend to try and avoid puddles if you can. I know I do, because it doesn't matter how waterproof it is, the water always gets in there somewhere. The radio box on this is really good. It's got like a silicone gasket that goes around the outside of it. On the pinion and the spur gear, there's like a little plastic cover that goes over that. I actually made a rubber gasket to go around the outside of that to stop any dirt and sand going in there, because it is a plastic spur gear, so if you get any grit or anything in there, it's going to wear it out quite quickly. And again, I just didn't want to tear it apart. Put 18 tooths pinion gear in there. I think it had a 21 in there initially, and it was kind of jerking as you throttled up, just because the motor was getting over torqued. Put the 18 tooth pinion in there, and now it's perfect. It accelerates off the line, it's really quick, and made it really leery. But I mean, just look at it, it's absolutely fabulous. I think the paint scheme on this is absolutely pucker, and I really like the style of obviously these short course trucks, and this was something that obviously I wanted to get into, because as I say, the style of them I really like. I've had the buggies and stuff before, monster trucks and whatever, and this kind of style was the only kind of style that I haven't had before, and I really, really like the look of them and stuff. We'll whip the body off. I mean, it's quite big. They reckon this, I think this is a 1/10 scale, but I mean, to be honest, it's absolutely massive. Right, so there we go. Under the body, we've got the truck. As you can see, when you actually take the body off, there's not, the actual car itself, there's not much of it. It's quite a little thing. And again, that obviously makes it so lightweight. Plastic everywhere, plastic chassis, everything's plastic on there. As I say, I'm going to upgrade the arms just to give me a bit more strength, and that's pretty much it really. Fan called ESC, battery compartments in the centre there, so it keeps the centre of gravity right in the middle. That was obviously the receiver box I was telling you about with the rubber gasket around the outside of it. Rear wheel drive, so everything's, all your diff and that's right at the back. There's the brushless motor. That's the cover I was telling you about. That's the gasket I put around the outside of it. I just cut a bit of fuel hose up and super glued it to the plastic cover, and then bolted it all down, and it's working perfectly, to be honest. I can't really moan about it. Little rubber mud flaps, again, really cool. But the nice part I like about this is because I wanted something that was, fairly quick, inexpensive, is the fact of how tough it is. I mean, I took this out yesterday and was jumping it around, flying around all over the place, and it just took it. You know, it didn't. There was nothing wrong with it at all. The servo's got plenty of power. It's got the original HPI waterproof servo. Again, waterproof. Water and electric's never good. But I mean, it's got wet, it's got muddy, and it seems to have been all right. So there we go. But yeah, brilliant little truck. I'm going to take it out tomorrow and get some videos of it running around, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. So lovely. See you later, guys. Thank you very much.